You know what you signed up for.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
Yeah, I mean, if you're here, you know what you signed up for.
That's right. It's podcast.
Yeah. We literally just told you what you signed up for. I just said it. Okay, so we're back with a new movie, new teardown. So we start with trailer trash.
As always.
Do you want to? What are we doing? What are we doing this time around?
We are
What
doing
are we subjecting ourselves to
Heart of Stone.
Heart of Stone. Shing.
I may develop the longer this podcast goes on.
Blades of Steel. Heart of Stone. Shing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Netflix movie, right? Just came out.
Just came out as we
August.
record, which slight lag on that, but either way, very new. Another one. I feel like we're doing a lot of new ones lately, for better or worse.
That's what we wanna do.
Outlaws.
Yeah, let's get them.
This one.
Let's get them.
At least 2 new movies, listeners.
Yeah, 2 2023ers.
Yeah, never tell us we only do stale stuff.
Yeah.
So I can tell you what it's about if you're curious.
I mean, sure, why not?
An intelligence operative for a shadowy global peacekeeping agency races to stop a hacker from stealing its most valuable and dangerous weapon. Finally, good writing in a log line.
Yeah.
I might have thrown a comma in for
Yeah, I think
measure, but
you
otherwise,
definitely did to slow it down, like right after peacekeeping agency. But yeah, much better than our usual ones.
much better. Yeah, especially lately. And like on the surface, sounds good, even though it looks awful.
Oh, yeah, I was actually kind of excited about this movie when I heard it was announced. I was like, oh, this might be pretty good.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
It reminds me a little bit of your book, Host, which is out now.
It kind of does.
Anyone can go buy.
Which is better than this, but hopefully.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, trying to get the plugs in early.
Yeah. Hostthebook.com. Go check it out.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I'm not excited. This looks horrible.
Yeah, I mean, the logline sounds great. The setup sounds great. Love Gal Gadot and Mission Impossible kind of stuff, but watching the trailer does not look good.
Now, are we going to say Gadot or Gadot?
It's Gadot. I'm sorry. It's Gal Gadot, but you do say the T.
You do say the T. I found that out recently.
Yes, I actually listened to a video just to make sure I was getting it right. You're right. It is Gal Gadot.
Same. Right. She did Hot Ones recently. I watched that.
Yeah, I did too. Yep, it was good.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I love the Hot Ones.
Not as funny as the Anita one. I don't know if you watched that, but Anita, Brazilian pop star.
No, I didn't see that one.
Very funny. You'll enjoy that.
All right, check that one. I love that. I love that show.
Yeah, this is the Hot Ones review podcast.
Yeah. Scene by scene, we break down every Hot Ones episode.
That's right. Sean Evans, hopefully friend of the pod, maybe someday.
Hopefully, one can only imagine. One can only hope, I guess. Yeah, what you just said. All right. Well, before we get into the trailer, do we have any fan service?
Nope. So, listeners, you know what to do. Listeners, like right now, while you're listening, as long as it's safe to do so, like you're not in a car, take out your phone, open your email app of choice, and just like start a little email to us, please. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. I just addressed it for you. Subject line, your biggest fan. I don't know. Let's just throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean,
and then in the body, put whatever you want. Just like sit on the keyboard for a minute. I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Throw a bunch of characters in there. I don't know.
Throw some catnip on it and let your cat jump on your keyboard and mess around. Right.
Yes. Send us a weird picture of yourself, maybe, or someone you love,
or a selfie with you and your cat.
Yeah. Whatever you're into. Just send us something, because then we'll share it. Back to you, but also to the other listeners in this very segment.
I think we've gotten to the point with this segment that we've gone so past its life cycle. I think we can count on a single hand how many emails we've gotten.
No, two hands.
All right, I'll give you 2 hands. Fine, I'll give you 2 hands. No toes though.
We've gotten
at
least
2 hands.
7 emails.
That was at least 7 emails, and that's in how long have we been running this one for? 2 years now.
Oh, yeah, 200 something episodes. Well, you got to take out trailer trash as a third of those.
Has it become a segment where we've just gone past its sunset expiration date so far that we're just like, you know what? Is it just funny that we just keep doing it?
I think so. Well, let the listeners be the judge.
That's where you're going. Yeah, see what I did there? See what I did?
Oh, Scottie Pippen, you dirty bastard.
You assist motherfucker. Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, great call. So, listeners, tell us, do you hate this segment? Do you hate when me and Russ, talk about nothing and ramble on for 30 seconds every time, a minute,
and say email addresses and stuff like that?
Yeah. Do you like email addresses?
Yeah.
Do the kids even use emails anymore?
Now, if they send us an email though, telling us that they don't like this segment, getting a nosebleed.
Well, then we read it, right?
Then we read it. Oh no.
It doesn't matter whether they like it or not.
I don't think I realize how far I set myself up on that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All the way through.
All the way through.
Follow through.
Okay. Cool. We're breaking this down. Let's get into it, right?
Yeah, might as well. When in Rome.
We're here for.
Do as trailers do.
I'm not in Rome. Okay, so he comes in pretty hot, right?
Yeah. Our old pal Gal.
Yeah, our old pal Gal. Yeah.
Gal pal?
Gal pal. Yeah, she's on a motor scooter, right? Just racing towards the camera. Kind of a cool shot, though. Wide shot. Her zipping towards us. It's a big cargo plane in the background. Mountains, right?
A lot of cool shots in the trailer, if we're being honest. Or, I mean, right? I'm sure half of them are CG, but the ones that maybe aren't, cool shots.
Yeah. Cool shots.
Yeah. Still don't want to watch it. It's like, it reminds me of like a Mission Impossible movie, which I know you love, and I
love Mission Impossible movies.
A hard medium on.
This trailer, after watching this trailer, I was like, wow, I think it's a very long trailer. It clocks in at 2.5 minutes.
Too long.
And then the rest of it is like just Netflix doing Netflix, blah, 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 click on all these other things. But 2.5 minutes for a trailer.
Of nonsense.
Yeah, of nonsense. And it's just every scene you can pick out from a million other movies. Like we've seen the people falling out of a plane, blah, 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 whatever, It's like we've seen all these shots. Like it's
motorcycles in the snow.
I've seen trucks driving, I don't know. Like it's like a mashup of Mission Impossible, Uncharted, and in the New Point Break movie, we're like, we've seen the squirrel suits before. We've seen all
I've seen Gal Gadot do this. Like it's like half of the movie is Wonder Woman clips.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's very paint by numbers, it feels like. I'm also going to throw this out before we get into the trailer. Maybe I should wait to the end. It's not a prognostication, but I'm going to throw this out there in general for Netflix movies that are like this. And this one in particular, we haven't thrown this term around in a long, long time.
Uh-oh.
It's almost a mockbuster. Not in, you know what I mean? Like in more in a sense of like, obviously the quality is high, right?
Yeah.
But like it is coming out at the same time as the Mission Impossible movies, right? Yeah, production quality, But like it almost feels like they're just jumping on the coattails. Like, I mean, it's even executive produced by the people who did Mission Impossible, It's like,
is that the new one, by the way? I know we're not there yet, but
Dead Reckoning, yeah.
Yeah, that's the new one. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, are they just jumping on right? You just jump on the coattails of another big movie, right?
You think you're exactly right.
So, all right. Anyways, I just want to throw it out there.
Hate it.
All right, we got motorcycles and we got some dialogue here, right? And it's what you signed up for.
Yeah, a nice British lady.
Nice British lady. Then we get Gal swimming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we get Gal looking at dude. That dude is Jamie Dornan, by the way. 50 Shades of Grey, Jamie. While he's walking away, or while she's walking away, right? And then we got the British lady in charge being like, "No friends."
Yeah.
Right. And then we get like in this trailer is also like there's a lot of it gets this super quick. Yeah, a lot of quick.
It's so slow, but it's so quick. Like they show you every scene in the movie. Like I think they just like took out like every 10 frames. They're like, all right, every 10 frames of the movie, just throw it in the trailer.
Because the last we're gonna get to it. So she's like, yeah, no friends, right? And we get a shot of Gal hanging with friends, coworkers. I think it's her team. I think it's like the team of hearts or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
they've all their code names are probably heart based, 9 of hearts, Ace of hearts, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we get a shot of Gal looking at a laptop, right? And then woman being like, no relationships, right?
Yep.
And then we get a shot of the lady in charge, right? Our British lady in charge.
Yeah.
And she's like, what we do is too important.
Which I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. I don't think. I'll tell you at the end of this 2-hour-long movie, probably.
That's right.
Wait, then we get a shot of a lot of Gal. I mean, it's Gal. You got it right. So she's walking to what looks like an abandoned building kind of thing, or a mansion or something, right?
I almost thought it was like the White House, or not the White House, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's like it looks like it could be a government building because we're about to. Yeah, governments fail.
Right. And she uses a little 9 of hearts to gain access, right?
Yep.
And then when governments fail, we cut to black.
Good noticing it was the 9 of hearts. I was like, oh, a playing card. And I didn't care at all.
Yeah, 9 of hearts.
I'm sure that'll come back.
I'm sure that'll come back later. It was a close up, right? So then when governments fail, right? And we cut to black. And then we're back to Lady in Charge, right? And Gal on the bench. And the only thing left is the charter.
That's right.
The Mission Impossible Force, aka the Charter, aka
Limp Bizkit.
I think
Limp Bizkit wrote that song, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And the greatest cinematic masterpiece of action ever was Mission Impossible 2.
That's right. Friend of the pod, Fred Durst.
Missioning Impossibler. Even harder.
Mission My Possible, Daddy.
And then we get our title card from executive producers of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. What timing? Look at that. All right. And then I think we get a shot of like a European town. Oh, we're doing some globe trotting, right?
It looks like Nice, like France almost. I don't know, like the rooftops and I'm going to call it Nice.
I don't know. Last time we were totally wrong when we said we were like upstate New York, New England, and it ended up being Pennsylvania. So maybe we just call
it our fault.
Maybe we just call it Pennsylvania.
That's the movie's fault. Yeah, that's right. Upstate.
It's Pennsylvania.
Upstate Pennsylvania.
Do they call it upstate Pennsylvania or they just call it Scranton?
No, it's next to Ohio is the upstate part.
Oh my god. Oh man. So then we get back at a shot on Gal, and it's really weird. There's some shots of her where it's like very soft lit. I don't know. It's very, it did stand out. It's kind of strange, right?
Yep.
And then we get a dude voice being like the most highly trained agents.
Yeah, and it's listeners. She's like standing in front of like a bunch of like future hologram, like it's very much going to be that kind of movie.
Yeah,
where it's like, oh, okay, we've abused. I'm not going to call it sci-fi because it's not sci-fi, but like, you know the type. But it's like, oh, okay, you get like the beautiful mind graphics of like lasers and God knows whatever. It's stupid. I hate it already. It's 15 years ago. It's so 15 years ago.
And then we get another title card and the producers of The Old Guard,
which I have never heard of.
That was another big Netflix flick with Charlize Theron. It's based on a graphic novel.
Why do you have to say it like that?
I don't know. Is that how you say it? Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron.
I know, it's right. It's more fun to say it that way.
You're right, it is.
Charlize Theron. She's not French, though. She's
oui, Charlize.
She's from South Africa, I think. Charlize Theron.
Oh, I assumed she was from Quebec. I don't know.
Who knows? No one can know, right?
Yeah, no, it's unknowable.
It's unknowable information.
That's right.
And the music starts kicking in, right? We cut to Jamie Dornan there. He's like turning slowly, and we get more, voiceover, no political leanings, right? Talking about this agency and what their deal is, right? And we cut to like a truck driving on a road in a desert. Mm-hmm. And cut to Gal and friends and the team getting out of a van and throwing bags into an alley or something, right? And we get more voiceover, like no allegiances.
Love a good duffel bag.
And then cut to shots of mountains. Like, this is how it is. It's just like things. Like, there's no
plot.
There's no connection between what's going on here. Just like shot.
A thing they're doing.
Things. Cool. All right.
Oh, okay.
And we get shots of mountains, right? And then we get Gal like in a mountainous snow town, whatever resort.
Taking a knee,
tying her shoes, maybe.
Well, suspiciously tying her shoes, right? Yes. Listening to a radio.
It's the old let me tie my shoes while I check something out move.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. And I mean, the voiceover's still going to keep peace in a turbulent world.
Yeah. So this is well, I wasn't gonna prognosticate there.
Okay. And then we get a quick. And then it cuts quickly to daytime. We get the shot of the team, I think, walking on this mountain, right? Probably scoping some stuff out. It looked like
I would assume so. It's either the team or her target. So who knows? Because that's when she like jumps over the railing, right? In a second.
Well, it's weird because that shot of them walking is during the day, and then hers doing the stuff is at night. So
maybe, I don't know. I thought that's why I thought they were targets, but I don't know.
Could be because then it does follow up with like back to her being like, "How many are in the welcome party?"
Right. Exactly.
And then we get the old 6 of them. And then she runs, she jumps over a railing, slides down a mountain, and grabs like a ready-made parachute like on the way down.
Yeah, and it like lights up.
Yeah, which seems like you wouldn't want to do if you're trying to sneak in somewhere.
Bad spy move.
Yes. It's got a very the whole scene though, because then there's like 2 other people on the mountain with her on skis and parachutes, I think, right? And they're different colors too.
Yep.
It's like a very Roger Moore kind of Spy Who Loved Me skiing the mountains kind of move.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah. Again, we've seen all of this before. Which, hey, sometimes it's fine, but as long as you got a good remix to it.
Then
anyway, cuts to black.
I hate this because after it cuts to black, it comes back with our hero here saying, like, it hardly seems fair.
Dropping a good old 1980s action line there, right?
I guess, but like, I don't like, it's not funny. And then like, because she like fights someone and then it cuts to our British.
She fights a couple people and it's all super cut where it's like, I don't know what's going on. I hope the action isn't like that, by the way. That would suck. It's
going to be horrible. Yeah. And then our British woman in the chair here telling us what to do is like, is she developing a sense of humor? Like, no, because it wasn't funny.
Hoping that line is not tied to that line. You know what I mean? Maybe they're cut like separately, hopefully, but yeah.
Why would you do that then? Why would you put it in the trailer like that?
Because the trailer probably like, well, the actual line in the movie wasn't funny, so maybe this one was.
Yeah, I'm so mad.
And then we cut back to the team, cheers and some beers. Cheers to beers, right? Again.
Cheers to beers.
And then we get to some of the plot, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, all kinds of tech looking whatnot.
Yeah, and we cut
all CG.
Yep. And it all comes down to an Infinity Stone.
Basically.
The heart, right? The heart is what gives the charter its power, right? So it's like this little
Infinity Stone.
I don't know what else. Yeah, I'm not calling it a heart.
Okay. Infinity Gem. Are they gems?
Called the heart, and all their code names are heart, stasis. Yay. So yeah, and they're like, then we get some exposition about what this thing can do, and it can crash a market or drop a plane out of the sky, and we're intercut with a kind of stock footage.
Those things.
We see those things happen. And we cut to like Jamie Dornan there and Gal. They're dancing, having some fun, a little party. It seems like, and then a smoke bomb comes to the window.
Well, maybe a party. I don't know.
Wow, I don't know because it's weird. Because I think her other friends are there too, but
right. Oh, and it's PG-13.
So. And it's PG-13. So yeah,
I guess not. Yeah.
I mean, it could be alluded to.
Yeah,
it can't be seen.
Right.
Hey, is this the fuck? Cut that right to the next scene.
Cut that. We only get 2 of those. We only get 2.
So the smoke bomb comes to the window, right? And they're like, oh no, right?
Yep.
And then we get someone voiceover being like, if you own the heart, you own the world, right?
Which I think this is actually, so the woman is in charge, the British woman's in charge. Yeah, I think this guy is the man in the chair situation where he's like the tech guy, like, oh, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yada. Who cares?
That's Matthias Schweighofer pulled that one out for you.
Bless you.
It was driving me nuts because I kept seeing him like, oh, this guy looks familiar. He's a Netflix darling. He was in Army of the Dead, Army of Thieves. He's been in a bunch of he was actually in Oppenheimer too. Yeah, I like him. I like him. He was fun in those movies. He was like the only kind of
neutral towards him.
Okay. Well, there you go. So then boom, the smoke bomb goes off, right? And Jamie's knocked out. Gal's asking for help through her.
Well, I thought that guy shoots him because there's like a quick cut of like a guy busting in like black ops gear.
Oh, I saw him. I saw him fall first, and then they come in.
Yeah, well, see, I think I heard a gunshot and then he falls, but then
I've got some prognostication about this whole situation too. So
great.
So we get dudes with guns, right? And then we cut to like outside, we got dudes with guns coming out of a van,
and then a bunch more like techie CGI stuff where they're like, like we've been breached.
We've been breached. He's doing some 3D Google Maps,
right?
Basically, like
so frustrating.
Oh my god! And we get our villain, I guess, bad lady, right? She's there grabbing the heart.
Yeah, our main baddie. Yeah. She's young. She looks young.
Yeah, she does, and everything changed. Yes, that's true.
Am I ageist towards villains?
No, I don't think.
Villains should be older.
Should they?
I think so.
And boomers, get a bunch of boomers out there causing all sorts of problems.
Give us like real world villains. That's right. I know squarely where our podcast demographic is at. It's like women in their 30s. So
obviously, let's get to the real heart of the problem here.
Yeah,
boomers who have been ruining the real estate.
That's right, and everything else, keeping napkins alive.
Yeah, come on.
Who the f needs napkins?
You don't just use your sleeve.
Right,
use a towel.
Yeah.
So she grabs the heart, and as soon as she pops it out of the Infinity Stone out of its little holder there, everything starts shutting down. And then we get to Jamie being like, "What's happening?" And we're like, "The systems are offline." And we see like servers shutting down.
What's his face? Okay,
yeah. So he's
not dead.
He's not dead. Then we get like that slow, slow bass drop move, like boo, right when things clearly a sign of things shutting down.
Yep.
And our nerd being,
I know
like,
the shutting down noise.
Yeah. Then our computer guy in computer chair, guy in a chair. He's like, "We've lost the heart to live."
Yep. And then our woman villain says, "And now you answer to me."
Nice. That's a good villain line right there.
Right.
So,
it sure is.
And it cuts immediately to just a building just getting demolished.
I'm assuming she's doing a terrorism. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's at the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get power through fear, right? So she blows the bottom of this building out, huge explosion, building collapse. I'm sure there's going to be some deaths going on there. Yep. We get that high-pitched deaf sound that happens when a bomb goes off and trying to reorient with the character. Mm-hmm. And we got Gal looking all banged up and concerned, and she climbs out of the rubble, and she's like, then we just get the British lady in charge being like, "You're compromised."
Yeah, compromised is shit. Like, not what you want.
No, definitely not.
Then I feel like, believe it or not, listeners, it gets even faster from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like things really accelerate. So we get like a quick cut of a plane in a desert.
Cargo plane, right? Yep.
And then we get our woman in charge here. She's taking Rachel's Gal Gadot's character, apparently.
Yep.
Taking Rachel off the case because she doesn't know if she can be trusted.
Yeah. Classic, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Classic Mission Impossible.
If I've seen this happen to James Bond, I've seen it 20 times. 26 times. That's right.
Yeah, 26, I think.
Can he be trusted?
Can he be trusted? Yes. Yes. At the end of the day, yes, he can be. Mm-hmm. Can Ethan Hunt?
Except George Lazenby. Can't be trusted.
Yeah, he was going to get married. He was actually getting married. Right. Come on. James Bond doesn't get married. You can't be trusted to get married. No relationships. Come on. Rule number 1.
That's right.
And then, so we get shots of like trucks driving on the roads in the mountains, and she being told she's got to stand down, right? You just said that. And then, and she's like, "I don't care." Okay. Insubordinate. And we get some mysterious, but clearly bad blonde dude, right?
Oh.
Is he blonde? He looks menacing. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I thought this was a different person.
It is a different person. I don't know. It's just some. It is. It's just
some random dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But he looks maybe like a henchman-y kind of, right hand man. Like a.
Yeah. Looks henchy.
Yeah, looks henchy, right? And then someone says you have no idea what they're capable of. No one does, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't give a shit. And a quick shot of like I think it was the bad lady at the bar. She's like raising her glass to someone. Like, I don't know why we have the shot in here. I guess, I don't know, whatever.
Well, she's getting the upper hand at this point of the movie.
Ah, right. This is the entire movie. I forgot. Right.
Yep.
This is probably about a third of the way through.
Right.
And then we get someone saying like, I need to shut it all down. Right. And there's like a bunch of quick little things here. It's got Gal looking serious. Other dude being like, more text. Other dude being like, "Showtime," right? And another guy being like, "Whoop!" And, they're all getting excited because they got a plan. And I love it when a plan comes together.
That's right.
And we got more Gal cranking on a motorcycle in the mountains, right? And we get a title card on August 11th.
Can't come soon enough.
Nope. It's come so soon. It just went right past us. And then we get like a bunch of quick action cuts here.
Yeah.
In the blender action. So we get cut to a plane exploding and people falling from it. Again, we've seen this in Mission Impossible. We've seen it on that Uncharted movie. We've seen it in...
I didn't see that.
Probably a James Bond movie. We've seen it in... I guess it's pretty standard fare for globe-trotting thriller action adventure movies. So
definitely.
Not going to take it away from them, but more fast motorcycling. We had Gal running away from gunfire and then a big shot of her running across the screen.
Yep.
And Jamie Dornan hitting something with a bottle, and then Gal turning and gunning, and then some fancy plaza with car chase happening. And there's a van door, and the other lady opens the door, and she's shooting at motorcycles, and all sorts of crazy stuff's happening, and cars flipping over. Whew.
Yep.
And that all happens in about 2 seconds.
Yep. You can barely see it.
You can barely see it. And then we get a shot of Gal looking sad and tired while sitting.
Finally.
I felt the same way. I felt the same way at this point. I was like, why?
Yeah. What would you do if your son was at home?
That's a great question. I don't know either. And then we get the classic line, you think you know everything, but the world is about to see the truth. I think that's our villain saying that.
probably.
And we cut to, so this is where, again, I think they show this entire movie. I think we're gonna spoil this movie here and now, but they cut to a woman standing on like some
like a hanger.
Yeah, but I think it's up in the air, right?
Oh, an air hanger.
Yeah,
perhaps.
But it's like round and looks like a giant hanger. But then there's like a thing in the middle, and it's very epic and big. And there's glass windows, and
some kind of extra large dirigible.
Yeah, like a ship of some sort. I don't know, right? Let me cut to the bad lady walking into into a hangar, right?
Yep. I figured they were the same hanger.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because she'd be standing up on top of like I don't know.
Okay.
And there's more
motorcycle in the snow. Yep. Classic.
You gotta have a good motorcycle chase scene, right? Point Break 2015.
Well, we've already had 4 of them, so
yeah.
In this trailer.
Feels like that's gonna be like the big set pieces, this motorcycle chase scene here, but so Jason jumping on the side of a van, motorcycle wipes out the other one. So we know that's probably, I bet, the blonde hair guy, but he dies. Sorry, I'm prognosticating already.
Yeah.
And then what did he? Yeah, hard or no hard, I'm coming for you. Gal throwing down the gauntlet, right?
Gasp.
Yeah. And then get a quick shot of the bad lady pointing a gun at someone. It's just
another classic. Well, pointing at us.
Oh yeah, directly at us.
The viewer.
Like, the viewer being like, "Come in,
classic.
Come get it. Come get some."
So threatening.
Oh my god.
Then it kind of closes out with this space plane situation.
So this is the thing that the scene we just saw 2 seconds ago.
It's the space blimp. Okay.
It was and then we have Gal running across the top of it, and it's just exploding. I'm like, I think that's the thing we just saw. I think that's going to be the show the world the true thing.
Oh, the space blimp exploding is okay.
Yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And she just like jumps off in space.
Yeah.
Like the edge of space.
Yeah.
I don't, that's not how this works.
And then we cut to black, and then we cut to Gal doing some nighttime squirrel suit jump stuff, right?
Yep. It's nighttime because it's space.
Right.
I think is part of it.
I think, yeah, right. I mean, they're just at the cusp there. And we're very, very Point Break 2015, which go listen to those episodes.
Ridiculous.
Yes. And then we get our guy in a chair, right? He's like, chance of success is just plummeted, right?
Yeah. Never tell me the odds.
If only the lines are that good.
If only.
Only because you don't have an imagination.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I guess never tell me the odds has already been taken, so you guess you can't use that, but
yeah. I wish she had said never tell me the odds. That would have been funny.
And then it cuts back to her wiping out on it. She grabs onto some plane or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
And barely hanging on. Whew.
Ridiculous.
And then whatever song's been building finally kicks in, all in, right? It's like a hip hop song or some sort. I don't know. It just goes all in. We get the title card, Heart of Stone.
Yep.
Writer, director info, PG-13, title card, only on Netflix, August 11th.
Yeah. Some violence and language.
Wow.
Hate it.
Okay. Yeah.
Not excited.
Well,
I would much rather watch Barely Lethal again.
Maybe we could re-edit Barely Lethal and like Clownter Guys together into like a new movie.
My favorite movie. Listeners, it's been a long time at this point, but go listen to Clownter Guys if you haven't, because that movie rips.
What do? Do we prognosticate right now?
I think that's what we usually do here, yeah.
With Jared and Russ? I'm going to throw out one thing. I think we definitely saw the entire movie. Obviously, there's some winning happening here because you need to have a sequel.
Yep.
I'm going to throw out there, I feel like maybe Jamie Dornan or someone in the team is like on the other side. Maybe there's like a turn or something.
Oh, you think there's a double agent involved?
Yeah, I think there's a double agent. That's pretty standard fare. And if this feels like it's very paint by numbers, then that's a pretty paint by number move to do in a thriller, right?
Yep. I don't think it's going to be this way, but I hope that the villain is like related to Rachel somehow. Like, it's like Rachel's cousin or sister, or
half removed. Yeah.
Something like that. I thought that would make it fun for me.
Make it fun for me.
Yeah. Like just like give me a little spice. I hope somebody gets powers.
Yeah, maybe the Heart of Stone is actually,
like it seems like it could be ridiculous enough,
right?
Where it goes that way.
Yeah, where maybe they could use that kind of like Superman 3 there, where they use that to power up a thing that turns people into kind of half android-y kind of things, whatever.
Right. Yeah,
and then
that'd be fun.
The truth would be you can mash the singularity basically would happen, right? That's what the Heart of Stone could do.
Yep. And then you throw all the nukes into the sun.
And then that's it. And she saves the day.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
So we're basically hoping this is Superman 3 meets Superman 4.
I think so.
And the Cold War is ended.
That's right. That's right. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. That's my Kennedy/Reagan.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Tear down that wall.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. I buy all that.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when in doubt, just throw all the nuclear missiles into the sun.
Yes. We definitely saw all the interesting parts,
Yeah,
of which there are none.
Well, it's just tough because they're going to get just like all this stuff you've seen before already. So,
Not excited.
I was excited.
Is it
but
short?
I don't.
I bet it's not.
No, I will say let's throw some guesses out there. How long do you think this movie is?
2 hours. Easy 2 hours.
I'm gonna go with before I look at it. I'm gonna go 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going over.
Oh no!
I'm going
Don't
over.
curse us like that.
2 hours and 2 minutes. Whew.
Ooh, okay.
5 minutes of trailer credits. We're under
Too
2
much.
hours. Yeah, too much. Too much. Way too
I don't
much.
want this.
Okay.
But maybe Alia Bhatt is a breakout star, or
Yeah, I think so. I think she's playing the villain.
yeah, I mean definitely.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she's the villain, right?
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's hope this is a. I don't think she's been in anything else that I have seen.
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
I wish fame for her.
She's an Indian actress, so she's been in a lot of Indian films before this. Oh, the Triple R, the RRR. I haven't seen that, but I heard it's ridiculous.
Oh, interesting. A lot of music videos. Okay.
Yeah. So this actually looks like her first like U.S. film.
Neat.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting then. So for that, I'm
excited.
Hopeful.
Yes. Absolutely. So I don't know. Is that it? I think we're.
I don't have anything left in the tank. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, when in doubt, you just go to Superman 3 and Superman 4 and call it a day, right?
Yeah. When in doubt, buy a T-shirt.
Yeah, right.
As they say. That's the expression, right?
I think so. When in doubt, buy a T-shirt, which you can get at itsthismeetsthat.com.
That's right. Good segue.
That's great. So thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with a full breakdown. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram. It's This Meets That. We're ITMT Pod on, I'm not calling it X, Twitter. You subscribe to us wherever you're listening to the podcast. And if you have friends, share it with them.
Why not? And share with strangers too by leaving a review on your favorite site that accepts reviews. Apple is one of them.
All of it.
Yeah. If you're an iPhone user, we'd really appreciate that. It helps the algorithms, math and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're feeling old fashioned, we beat it to death at the beginning, but you can send us an email at itsthismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll read them in the trailer trash like we always do. The count on 2 hands. Make us count on 4 hands. We have 4 hands, listeners.
Yeah.
Make us use them.
Do it. Yeah.
Or like we just said a second ago, go buy a T-shirt. It's thismeetsthat.com, or go to TeePublic, search for It's This Meets That. You can find a bunch of fun safety tips. Not all the safety tips. A handful of the safety tips that we have turned into
right
T-shirts.
Now. We're getting there though. We're slowly backfilling, but yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm just one man. Buy a foreshadowed T-shirt. Maybe a logo tee. You just want to spread the good word of ITMT. I don't care.
Do it.
Whatever you do that, because then it helps support us, the podcast that you listen to sometimes.
That's right.
Or go to the website for other stuff too. All the old episodes, 200 and something. I don't know. I think is it worth saying 250 when we get there, or do I wait for 300 to go? Wow, 300 episodes.
Well, I think we wait till 300. Let's go big.
You're right.
Yeah, we're going big. Yeah.
You're right. We're in this for the long game. You're right.
250. I mean, come on.
Who cares? Yeah, it's basically 1,000.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, go to the website. It's thismeetsthat.com. Everything you ever want.